Hi, I'm Savannah Miskey, and today we're going to take a look at how you can access different digital resources to work with your child at home. The first thing that you want to do is open a web browser. I do prefer to use Google Chrome as it seems to have the best functionality with this program at home. If you go ahead and navigate to the top of your page once you've opened your browser, you need to type in the following address: webdesk.pisd.edu. As you press enter, we should be redirected to the launch page for ClassLink. If you see here, there is a bright blue box that says PISD Network Login. Go ahead and press that to get started. Luckily, I've been given permission by one of my students' parents to use their information so that you can see what a child's account looks like from home. So to log into your child's account, type their first name, last name, their number, and then go, grade, number 2. The G in go is capitalized, and there are no spaces between any of the characters. As you can see, this child's Webdesk homepage has now populated. Children can add different resources to this page by navigating to the top of their screen and pressing the App Library button. They can add different tools by pressing the plus button here, this add, and then you can see that it says app successfully added. So if we close out of that bar, you can see that ABC Mouse has now been added to this child's desktop. You can search through different activities by clicking on the different options above, or you can actually type in the name of an app to see if it comes up on this page. I'm going to go ahead and close out of this now and let you know that the best place to access resources for your child is actually at the bottom of the screen through the My Classes section. When you click this button, you should see your child's teacher populate on the screen. So let's go ahead and take a look at My Classroom, which is Miskey 2017-2018. The kids know that when they click on this button, they're directly linked to the discussion forum. We want to actually look at the apps, so let's go to the sidebar and press the apps button. And now you can see different folders that I've created for my students. Depending on who your child's teacher is, they will actually have different resources that they utilize in their classroom. I have a couple different folders, and though we might not all use the same apps, there are quite a few commonalities. So let's take a look at some of the resources we have available. Within the math folder, there are 3 different tools that as a grade level we use pretty consistently. We have Prodigy, Big Brains, and Dreambox. All 3 are great tools to help your child gain math skills and really extend their learning. Prodigy is an app that when you log on the first time from your device at home, you will have to enter your child's logon information. They'll have to have their username and password, but only for that first time they log in. After they've logged in once, even if you close out of the program or shut down your computer, when they log back in through their web desk, it should open automatically. That's one of the beauties of Webdesk. It is a single sign-in server, and so for most resources, after that first time you log in, you never have to log in again. So I'm going to go back to the My Classes section. Big Brains is a really good tool if you want to really build that math fact fluency. So they're going to be practicing addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And then a new program that we're using this year is called Dreambox Learning, which is adaptive to children, which means that as they answer questions, if they are correct, they are going to be given a harder level of difficulty. And if they're struggling, there will be some remediation and some assistance in that learning and skill building. As we close out of that math folder, I know that in my class we use some different resources whole group. Quizzes is one of them. Quizzes is an awesome tool. You can find quizzes that relate to any academic subject area. It's fun and engaging, and the kids really enjoy using it. Nearpod is something that we're going to start using this year as we continue on with our learning. And Flipgrid's another great tool that the students are able to share a video response in a private, safe way and interact with kids within our classroom. Moving on to the reading and writing folder, Typing Club is one of the best resources I have found and have been able to utilize. And Typing Club is great because it helps kids build those digital skills that they need in order to be successful in this learning environment. We have BrainPop Junior, the Plano Library program, and then Epic Books is one of our favorite resources as a grade level. One of the only drawbacks is that kids can't access Epic outside of school unless they have a paid account. So that's one of the tools that we're using a lot while the children are with us during the day. ReadWorks here is a digital program where kids can access reading programs. There are comprehension questions also related to this, and one of my favorite things about ReadWorks is that many of the passages can be read to you. Here you can see the Discovery Textbook login. What's awesome about this is as we continue to the website from Webdesk, you actually don't have to log in. So as this page loads, you can see that this child is already logged into their account. This is the digital component of our science curriculum. So you can access the science textbook, a really great tool called Board Builder. There are interactive learning modules that you can use, and it's a great way for the kids to extend their learning outside of the classroom. There is an interactive glossary and a search feature, of course. So even if you wanted to talk about things unrelated to our science curriculum and your child just has a passion for learning, this is somewhere that you can find really great quality information. Finally, the last folder that I have within my Webdesk, and I know that a lot of other teachers are using, are the Google tools, specifically Google Classroom. So when you open Google Classroom the first time from Webdesk, you typically do have to log in using your child's information. So I'm going to go ahead and press this sign in button. And from here, I'm going to use the child's login, so their first name, dot last name, dot number, and then at. Every child has the same second part of their login, which is mypisd.net. And then once again, we're going to use our network password, which is go grade number 2. Now we're going to log in and see the Google Classroom landing page. This particular child is part of 3 different classes, one of which is actually Tamara Alami, our art teacher's class. Within the classes, there are different assignments, so let's go ahead and look just a little bit deeper at the English Language Arts folder. This week, we actually completed a compare and contrast activity on Google Classroom. And you can see here that there's a reading passage called Answer Everywhere. And the kids, as they open up this passage and the slideshow loads, they're able to read this interesting article on ants. And when we close that out and go back to the actual assignment, you can see that there's a Venn diagram here that the kids had to enter the facts into. There's a video link to a safe share of a reading of the book that we read this week, which was Spiders by Gail Gibbons. So if the child has forgotten what we've read, they can go and listen to that once again and hear those facts about the story. There are other tools that we've been using within Google Classroom, such as Google Forms. So the kids are answering vocabulary questions within here. And we really hope to continue to use this resource as the year goes on. One of the things I know the kids were really excited about was the Halloween safety poster. So within this activity, kids actually were able to, once again, read an informational passage. And then they were really taking on the role of a designer. So they were able to go ahead and follow the directions and add some clip art and images and then come up with some tips for how to stay safe at home. What's so cool about Google Classroom is that kids are able to access this from anywhere. And so you can kind of see what they're working on in school and different activities that we have planned for your children. It is important that you do touch base with your child's teacher, find out any logon information you might need to know for the first time, such as their Prodigy account or how they log into Big Brains. We are here to support you and help you in any way that we can. We're so grateful for your continued partnership and your willingness to continue this learning outside of the classroom. Don't hesitate to email or call us with any questions, and we so hope that this video tutorial has been helpful in learning what your child has access to when they log into their Webdesk from home. Thank you so much and have an amazing evening.